you're feeling hopeless in your marriage, let's take a moment together and look at that state of hopelessness from a new perspective. Here, I draw from Internal Family Systems, or parts work, a model developed by Dick Schwartz. And it's one of the most powerful paradigms for understanding emotions, painful affects, and how we become hijacked or entrenched in relational dynamics or situations in which it feels like there is no way forward. In this framework, we all have a self. So this is a non-pathological model of understanding human beings, really. So our self, when we are self-connected, we are clear, calm, centered, creative, or confident. We are essentially kind of without agenda, right? The self cannot be destroyed. It's there. And we want the self to be the conductor, right? And all the parts of who we are instruments in the orchestra. And we can think of these parts as our emotions, our hopelessness, our anger, our rage, our despair. You can also understand them as the different roles that we play in our life. Our caregiver, being an employee, being a spouse, right? So all parts are welcome, but we as human beings tend to only want the things that we deem good or positive. I like my caregiving, my conscientiousness, my work ethic. I like my joy, my happiness, but my hopelessness, my despair, my frustration, my anxiety, that I find much harder to be open to. But just as we need all kinds of notes in music, we need the whole range, the whole spectrum of experience. All parts are welcome. What becomes problematic is when we become hijacked or blended with one part. And then we look through the lens of that part and think it's the whole reality, as if our violin thinks it can be the conductor, right? And it can't. It doesn't have that fuller perspective. So when you are feeling hopeless about your marriage, in a state of the absence of hope, just recognize that hopelessness may in fact be a part, right? And your goal is to unblend from that part, to be with your hopelessness, but not in it, so you can advocate for it and find a new path forward.